Hey, Brent. We're going on a trip.
Uh-huh.
Where are we going?
Well,
We are going to...
Yellowstone.
That's our big rock for this year.
That's the main goal.
We're going to Yellowstone Park, and there's a bunch of other little places we're going to be stopping in that are going to be our little rocks, and they're going to be on the way to and coming back from Yellowstone. But Yellowstone's our main event for this year, and I'm excited because this is the first time we've gone across the border in 2 years.
A little over 2 years, yeah. We had the exact same trip planned before COVID hit, and now we actually get to see it come through.
Yeah, I think we tweaked it a little bit. From the original plan, but that's okay. I'm getting 5 stickers. So I'm getting Oregon, Idaho, Utah, Wyoming, Montana.
That a girl.
And then we're coming back to Utah, or Idaho, and Washington State. So we're going to Yellowstone, and the first leg of our trip is going to be to
Hermiston, Oregon. We're going to be staying at Umatilla Marine and RV Park. That'll be our first night.
And then I get my sticker, my Oregon sticker, because they're spending a night in Oregon.
Yeah, this COVID wasn't good for anybody. It was kind of a blessing in disguise for us because 2 years ago we had planned on a trip to Yellowstone, but we've learned so much more over the past couple of years about watching YouTube videos and people that have been there and things to do, things to see, and it's given us a different perspective on places to go and see.
And we're going a different direction than we originally were too, so
This is true.
We're doing it the opposite of the direction we originally were going to do
We're
it.
heading south through Washington and into Oregon, across to Idaho, instead of all the way across BC and then south into Montana.
So the next leg of our trip is going to be from Hermiston, Oregon to
Glenns Ferry, Idaho. And the Why Not Winery.
We're going to be spending a couple nights there.
Yeah, might be able to get in a short round of golf. And I know there's lots of things to see in the area, the Snake River, and there's a state park right there. It should be pretty good.
And just a little ways away from there, on our second day that we're going to be staying there, we are going to head out and go see some fossils and some falls.
It's right near. It's not near Twin Falls, I don't think.
No, it's Show Me or something like that. Following Idaho, or southern Idaho? What part of Idaho is that?
It's central Idaho, pretty much. Right in the heart of Idaho.
I don't know. We're going to be heading down into Utah, where we'll be staying for one night.
At Belmont Hot Springs RV Park, and maybe get a soak in there. And there's not a lot that we had planned on seeing in Utah, but my wife gets her sticker.
I get my sticker, and it's just in like the very...
It's right in the northern part of Utah, where Idaho meets Wyoming, meets Utah. It's right in the corner, but we do get the sticker, and it's actually a nice little place that I've found just by typing in RV parks on Google Maps, and that's what came up.
We'll do the rest of Utah, like Salt Lake City and that sort of thing, on another trip.
Yeah, it's about an hour and a quarter north of Salt Lake City, where we're going to be staying, and it's in Garland, Utah.
Following that, we're going to be heading over to Lander,
Wyoming. It looks like it's in the middle of nowhere. Found it on Passport America. We are lifetime members, as some of you may know. And we're really looking forward to that because it's just a really small campground run by a mom and pop, and I'm really looking forward to it. And that'll be our jumping off point to go see the Tetons and Jackson.
Yeah, so we haven't finalized all our plans of what we want to accomplish in that day. We're going to spend a whole day just checking out the Tetons and what there is to see around that area. After we leave Lander and check out the Grand Tetons and see what there is to see, we are headed to Cody, Wyoming.
Yeah, that was actually one of the places that we had originally planned on in our first trip 2 years ago that we unfortunately had to cancel. We will be staying at the same place that we had found, or that I had found before, which is a Good Sam. It's at Absaroka Bay RV Park on the, I guess it's southeast Cody, Wyoming.
And we're going to spend a few nights there so that we can go into Yellowstone and our Big Rock. And
a couple of day trips out of there.
And but we have to figure out what it is we really want besides Old Faithful. What else is it we want to be seeing when we go to Yellowstone?
There's a few things, but I was leaving that up to you to figure out what you want to see, and then I
haven't quite figured it out yet.
Old Faithful is mine that a lot of people have
There's
always wanted to see.
so many things to see. It's just what can we accomplish in a day without being ridiculous and wearing ourselves out. So
it is about a 2-hour drive from Cody into the heart of Yellowstone. We don't know what traffic's going to be like at the end of June. We don't know what the crowds are going to be like. I'm imagining that they're going to be fairly busy. So it's just, we've got to play it by ear, see what we can see, and show you what we see.
So when we leave the Yellowstone area, leave Cody, we're going to head northwest, and we're going to head towards Glacier National. No, not yet.
Now we'll be heading towards Glacier,
Okay.
but we will be stopping at the Merry Widow Mine. Just south of Helen, Montana, that is.
Okay, yeah, that's right. And then we were going to go from there, and we're going to head up into Glacier.
Yeah, we'll be staying in the Columbia Falls, just south of Whitefish.
So we're going to stay a couple days there as well, and we're going to go into the Glacier National Park,
which is about a half-an-hour drive from the park we're staying at, so it'll be a nice short day.
And explore and see what we can see.
Yeah, we can get more walking in that way.
And beyond that, we are headed back into Idaho.
And hopefully hook up with an old friend, Sonia, who we met at one of the Grand Design rallies, or actually our first Grand Design rally 3 years ago. And she is from Coeur d'Alene, and we're going to be meeting up with her and her boyfriend, and spend a weekend there.
And check out Farragut?
Farragut State Park. Yes.
And from there, we are going to trade arms. We're going to go to Grand Coulee Dam.
Yeah, it's definitely something that we wanted to see before, and it's definitely going to be a worthwhile trip. We're staying right, I think about a 5-minute walk from the dam, so we should be able to go see the light show that they put on at night, and a few other things that are in the area.
I went there when I was a kid, but I don't remember any of that stuff, so they might not have been doing it back then. And after we finish with Grand Coulee Dam, we'll be making our way back home. But there's a little bit of a hiccup in that we don't have any plans beyond Grand Coulee Dam.
We haven't got any reservations after Grand Coulee Dam.
We have some ideas about what we want to see, but we're going to reveal that at a later date once we solidify those plans. Let's go inside, and we're going to show you how we go about planning our trips, how we do our big rocks and little rocks and all that sort of stuff. So how did we determine where we were going and how we were going to get there?
Well, we wanted, well, in your words, or Mark and Trish's words, the big rocks. We wanted to do Yellowstone. We planned 2 years ago, and that was basically the goal for the trip.
Okay, so get to Yellowstone, the big rock.
Yeah, the big rock. We're getting to Yellowstone.
On our way there, we also had to figure out, okay, what are we going to stop and see along the way? Because we're not just going to drive straight to Yellowstone.
No,
it's
a
too
long
far.
haul.
So, also, I needed to figure out, I wanted to see how many stickers I could get. I needed to make up for the last 2 years when I didn't get very many stickers.
That's where I come in. I figure out how long I want to drive in a day, and that gives me a general route of how many days it's going to take to get there and how many days it's going to take to get back. And then I hit Google Maps. Great resource. I just type in RV parks, and it gives me RV parks for the general area that I'm looking for to stop after 3, 4, 5 hours. And once I've got that, I go to this. Is the Passport America book. Yes, it's an actual book. They have all of this information online, but I look in the book as well. I look at Good Sam, which we are also members of, and if there's anything in the general vicinity of a place that we want to stop after roughly 3 to 5 hours of driving in one day, we hit that place up.
Okay. So that's how we are going to go about doing our trip. But before we go, there's a whole bunch of other things that need to happen. Trailer needs washed. We need to purge the trailer.
Yeah, we have to dump a lot of weight. We have to clean it up. I have to check the brakes, check my bearings to make sure that they're okay. I've got about 4,600 miles on them right now. They should be fine, but still have to check them.
Yeah, so we got a few tasks we have to do, which we'll share with you in the next upcoming weeks before we take off for Wyoming.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all we wanted to share with you this week.
Give us a thumbs up if you like what you see.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Ring that bell for notifications.
Bye for now.
Bye-bye for now.
Okay, can I have your undivided attention?
Divided.
Okay.
Okay. Hang on.
So that is what our trip is going to be. How did we get to the point where we made our route plan? How did we make our route plan?